So I'm so glad that you guys got to come to the mat today and continue our practice during these awkward and interesting times we're in. But it's not, if anything, it's the best time to be coming to your mat. Being a health issue that's brought us here live video today, it's important that we keep strengthening our health and our bodies. And the practice of yoga is just a really beautiful and peaceful way to do that, centering our minds. So we'll go ahead and start with our breath work. Just taking a few cycles of breath here to find that yogic flow, that ujjayi breath, to really come to this time and place. It's going to be a little bit different there at home, and maybe a little bit more challenging to keep that focus. So I encourage you to really use that ujjayi, that audible breath, to keep yourself focused throughout your practice today. Sitting up nice and tall, lengthening the spine as you inhale, lifting the chin. As you exhale, allowing the knees to drop open, releasing any tension in the hips and the glutes, really grounding into your mat. Once we've come to find that rhythm, we'll start to sync our body with our breath. We'll warm up the neck by bringing the chin to the chest and just start taking our cycles up on the right and down on the left. And on your next inhale, bring your circles up the other way, coming up on the left and down on the right. One more cycle here, just becoming aware of our bodies, starting to build that energy, and then coming back to your neutral neck, dropping the shoulders back and away from the ears. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale to come back to center. As you exhale, take the left ear to the left shoulder. And inhale back to center. We'll do this just a few more times here. Again, loosening up that neck space and finding that rhythm. On your next inhale, coming back to center, we'll start warming up the shoulders. As you inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. As you exhale, pull them back and down. Breathe here. Take one more cycle here, nice and strong. Inhale, opening the shoulders, pulling the blades together. And on your next inhale, we'll take our circles the other way, coming up from behind. As you exhale, pulling the shoulders forward and down. Taking one more cycle of breath here. And then coming back neutral. As you inhale, open the arms wide, palms up to the sky, opening the chest. As you exhale, bend the elbows, touching the shoulders. And then we're going to start to rotate, guiding with our elbows. So as you inhale, elbows touch, bringing the wrist behind the neck, wrists touch, and then rounding out the elbows, opening again that shoulder space. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the elbows down. Inhale, elbows touch, and the wrists. 2 more cycles here. Starting to engage that core, last one. Exhale, coming back to neutral here. Inhale to open the arms and reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, open the arms, palms up to the sky, opening the chest. Exhale, bending the elbows, touching the shoulders. We're going to take our cycles back the other way. So as you inhale, wrists touch, as you inhale, elbows touch. How do we do this? Inhale, wrists touch. Exhale to the elbows. There we go, flowing in the opposite direction. 2 more cycles here, wrists touch, then the elbows, and round it up. Coming back to center, inhale to open and reach. Exhale, bringing hands to the heart. Inhale, bringing the palms down by the sides for our easy reach. Inhale, lengthening through the side body, really lifting here. As you exhale, turn the palms out and extend, creating your space here on the mat. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lengthening the arms, sitting up nice and tall. Last one here. Engaging that core, creating that energy. This time we're going to start to move into our twists. Inhale to reach. As you exhale, bringing the right hand behind the tailbone to sit you up nice and tall. Left hand comes to right knee to assist your twist. Looking over the right shoulder and back behind you. Inhale to lift the chest, lengthening the spine. Exhale to twist deeper into the spine. Into the soft. Take one more cycle of breath here. And on your next inhale, release your twist and reach. Exhale, bringing hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing the left hand right behind the tailbone, sitting up nice and tall. Right hand to left knee, assisting your twist. Turning to look over the left shoulder and back behind you. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthening the spine. As you exhale, deepen further, creating space there as you push all the air out of the belly, giving yourself a little bit deeper room to move. And on your next inhale, releasing your twist and reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Really started to warm up our neck, shoulders, and core here. So we're going to go ahead and extend our legs out into Dandasana, staff pose. Remember, we're staying engaged here. So we want to keep our feet strong, keep the thighs engaged, engage the core, lifting the chest. You can have the fingers pointing behind you to help assist you here so you can stay engaged. And we'll just start to warm up the feet, wiggling the toes. We'll just point and flex a few times. Just waking up those joints there, maybe taking some circles. Bringing the feet together, palms up to the sky. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Lengthening through the side body, lifting through the ribs. On your exhale, hinge forward. Through your forward fold, holding either the outer edges of the feet, the shins, the knees, wherever is most comfortable, and let the neck drop out. Take a few cycles of breath here. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hinging again at the hips, leading with the chest this time. Really stretching out the hamstrings here and starting to warm up, keeping those feet flexed, pushing through the heels. And on your next inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Starting to move into our twists again. We're going to bring our right foot in, either inside the knee or crossed over the knee, and move any of that extra we've got down there so we can really be grounded in our tailbone. Again, sitting up nice and tall, keeping the left leg engaged by pushing through the heel. We're going to inhale to reach. As you exhale, bring the right hand again all the way behind the tailbone, sitting you up nice and tall. Left hand comes down outside the knee to assist your twist. Turning to look over the right shoulder and back behind you. Take a few cycles of breath here. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to deepen. On your next inhale, release your twist and reach. As you exhale, extend the right foot back out and bring the hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, again, bringing that left foot in or crossed over. We're going to exhale, twisting to the left, bringing the left arm right behind, supporting your tailbone. Right hand comes down outside the knee. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to deepen. And breathe here. On your next inhale, release your twist and reach. As you exhale, bringing the hands to the heart and extending the left hand or left foot all the way out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And again, leading with the chest this time, hinge forward, giving a nice stretch to the hamstrings here. Adding some compression in the hips. On your next inhale, bringing the soles of the feet to touch, sliding the hips forward. As you exhale, allow the body to roll back and onto the mat. Prepping for our bridge pose here. Feet are hip distance apart. Palms are down by the sides. As you inhale, lift the hips high to the sky. Engage the core here. Lift with the ribs, really pulling the chest up towards the chin. Getting a nice, beautiful arch here in your back. Engaging the core so we're not putting all that strength and pressure on the thighs. And breathe here. If you want to take a bind, interlacing the fingertips together, maybe tucking the shoulders underneath you and pulling the hands towards the heels. On your next exhale, releasing your bind and slowly roll down the mat, pushing each vertebrae into the mat until your tailbone reaches. Take a cycle of breath here. On your next inhale, pull the knees into the chest and sway from side to side. Releasing that low back. We'll start to take our knees into circles here, really letting the tailbone push into the mat here. Doing some spinal work today. On your next inhale, take your circles the other way. On your next inhale, taking each knee into each palm of your hand, take your knees out wide, opening the hips. Take a few cycles here, just moving with breath. On your next inhale, pushing through the heels, grabbing your big toe with your first two fingers and thumb. As you exhale, bend the knees, pulling them out to your side body, up towards the armpits. Inhale and start swaying from side to side here in your happy baby. Again, relieving tension there in the low back, adding compression in the hips to open and relieve tension here, stretching out the inner thigh muscles, and just having some fun in our practice. If you want to extend this pose on your next inhale, you can push through the heels for a wide-legged stance. And again, just sort of sway here or play here. We'll take one more cycle of breath. And on your next inhale, bending the knees into the chest, Exhale, releasing the soles of the feet to the floor. Hands down by your sides, again, prepping for our bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips high to the sky. As we exhale, we're going to start to flow with breath, slowly rolling down the spine. Slow down your breath and your body to strengthen here. Inhaling to lift. Two more cycles here in our bridge pose. Last one here. Inhale, nice and strong. Again, pulling that chest all the way up to the chin. Hold here for a moment if you can, pushing through the heels. And as you exhale, rolling all the way down. Inhale, pulling the knees into the chest and sway from side to side. As you exhale, allow the soles of the feet to ground again into your mat. We're going to take the right ankle, crossing it over the left knee. On your next inhale, interlace your fingertips behind the back of the left knee. As you inhale, pull that knee in towards your chest, allowing the right knee to open. Giving a nice stretch here again to that hip region, the glute, the thigh. Breathe here in our reclined supported pigeon. Taking a few breaths to open up here. One more cycle of breath. And on your next exhale, push that left heel all the way up to the sky and bring the palms of your hands down to the side of your mat. Breathe here, nice and strong. We're going to inhale, lowering the heel towards the mat. And as you exhale, come all the way up. Two more cycles, nice and strong here. If you need to hold the edge of your mat for support, that's fine too. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. One more cycle here. Exhale, bending the left knee, allowing the sole of the feet to reach the mat and bringing the right heel beside it. Inhale into your bridge pose, lifting the hips up to the sky. And exhale, rolling down. Inhale, hug the knees into the chest. Exhale, release the soles of the feet back to the mat. This time taking the left ankle, crossing the right knee. As you inhale, lift the right heel, interlacing the fingers behind that knee and pulling it towards your chest. As you exhale, allow the left knee to drop open further. And breathe here. One more cycle of breath here, really pulling that right knee in towards your chest. And as you exhale, push that right heel up towards the sky, bringing the palms of your hands back down by your sides or holding the mat for support. If you start to shake here, breathe deeper, pull that energy in. And as you inhale, lower the heel towards the mat. As you exhale, back up the wall. One more cycle here. As you exhale, bend the right knee, bringing the sole to the floor and the left sole to follow. Inhale, lift your hips up into your bridge pose. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hugging the knees into the chest and sway from side to side, relieving that low back. Inhale, kicking both heels up to the sky for legs up the wall. Palms can stay down by your sides, pushing into the mat for support here. And we're going to do 5 flows with breath here with both legs. Nice and strong and steady. Inhale. And exhale to lift. Really engaging that core As you inhale, pulling the ribs down. Imagine pulling them down towards the mat, towards your hips. And as you exhale, pulling those hips or pulling those legs up the wall, imagine pushing the hips down, really keeping a strong, solid base here. That's one more cycle here. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Inhale, hugging the knees into the chest and sway from side to side. Go ahead and cross at the ankles. As you inhale, grab the outer edges of the feet, squeezing them in. As you exhale, push the heels up towards the sky, adding a little bit of pressure here, stabilizing those ankle joints, giving a nice stretch to the top of the feet. As you exhale, release and cross the other way. Again, grabbing the outer edges, giving a nice squeeze. As you exhale, push through the heels and release. Keeping the knees crossed or not, we're going to rock and roll just slightly to come to sitting and turning over into our tabletop position. Moving into our Chakrabhasana flow, our cat and cow breath. Bringing the wrists below the elbows, below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the ears back and look up. Exhale, push into the mat. Tucking the tail, squeezing all the air out. Building that energy with that breath work. 2 more cycles here. Inhale. Rolling those shoulders back. And as you exhale, allow that neck to drop out completely. Last one here. Breathe deep into the ribs. And as you exhale, push firmly into the mat. Really round that back out and force any excess air out of the belly. And on your next inhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Here in our tabletop position, we'll start to warm up the core with our spinal balance. I guess we're kind of already warmed up. We'll start to activate the core. Stepping back with the left toes, reaching the right hand forward, thumb points up towards the sky. You can stay here if this is enough for your practice today, or as you inhale, you can lift the heel, pushing through the heel and lengthening towards the front of the room. You can stay here and hold for Hatha, strengthening through breath, or you can flow. Inhale to reach, exhale, bringing it in. Again, compressing here to force all that excess air out. Two more cycles here, nice and strong. Last one, inhale to reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to reach. And exhale, back to your tabletop position. Loosen it up a bit here in our cat and cow. Drop the belly. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round it out. One more cycle here. And then coming back to our neutral spine, switching to bringing the right leg back and the left hand forward. Inhale, pushing through the heel, or again, stay modified if that's best for you today. And reach. As you exhale, pull it in. Nice strong arm here. Pointing the toe as you bring it in. Exhale, pushing through the heel, lengthening here. Inhale to reach. One more time, nice and strong. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to lower. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 2 more cycles here. As you exhale, coming back to your neutral spine, reaching the palms forward and sending the hips back into an active child's pose. The forehead can rest here, and take a cycle of breath or two, restabilizing that rhythm, keeping that heart rate level. And whenever you're ready, pushing through strong arms here and through the balls of the feet, lifting the tailbone up to the sky for your downward facing dog, and pedal out the heels. If the heels don't reach, you may step them up, shortening your stance so you can really press into the heels and get a full deep stretch here. Maybe shifting the hips a little bit and shaking out the hair. Allow that neck to drop out. Allow the chest to drop towards the thighs. Nice strong arms here. One more cycle of breath. On your next inhale, bending the knees and looking up through the hands, walk, hop, or jump, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthening the spine. Exhale, deepen your fold. Option to take a micro bend in the knees here or a full bend, allowing the belly to rest. You can take opposite elbows, creating a frame around your face, and just sort of hang here for a moment. Again, as you exhale, really allow that neck to release any tension, allow the shoulders to release. On your next exhale, releasing your bind and allowing the hands to drop towards the mat. And take a cycle of breath here in ragdoll. On your next inhale, take a strong bend in the knees, arms out wide. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, pushing it out, creating that space again. I'm going to turn so you can view. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pushing it out. One more time here. Inhale, reach. Again, lifting through the ribs. Inhale, reach, ready for our side stretches. Grabbing the left wrist with the right hand. Exhale, and pull over towards the right. Push those hips out so you get a nice full side body stretch here. Turning the chin up towards the sky. Take a cycle of breath here. And on your next inhale, lengthen and reach. Grabbing the right wrist, exhale to the left. Again, turn the chin up towards the sky and take a cycle of breath here. On your next inhale, reach, lengthen through the side body. As you exhale, take a back bend here. Exhale back to center and bringing hands to the heart. Beautiful. Coming to the tops of our mat, feet are hip distance apart. Staying engaged here, rolling the inner thighs towards the front of your room, lifting, engaging the core, lifting the chest. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, step back with the left foot, bringing you into a warrior one. We're going to flow with breath here. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bend the elbows, opening up wide here. Strong arms. I'm going to widen my stance a bit. Inhale to reach. Exhale to open. Two more cycles of breath here. Lengthening through that side body, opening the chest, pulling the shoulder blades together. One more time here. On your next inhale, reach. As you exhale, turn the palms out and bring them all the way behind your back, creating a bind here. If interlacing the fingertips is too much, you can grab opposite elbows, wrists, or just take a Ganesha grip here. Inhale, lifting the chest to open. As you exhale, hinge at the hips and lean forward into your humble warrior. If your balance is not firm here, You can come down onto the knee for support and allow those shoulders to really open, raising those fingers towards the sky. On your next exhale, release your bind and bring the arms all the way out in front of you and reach for the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. As you exhale, step into the right leg, bringing you back into Tadasana. Inhale to reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to deepen your fold. Again, take a cycle or two of breath here, taking a frame around your face or full ragdoll, whatever feels best. Shake out the hair, maybe sway a little bit from side to side. Taking a strong bend in the knees, arms out wide. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. As you exhale, stepping the right leg back, bringing you into the left warrior. Inhale, reach. We're going to flow with breath here. Exhale, opening the arms out wide. Inhale to reach. Lengthen through the side body, really reach here. Exhale, open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale to reach. Two more cycles here, nice and strong. Last one, inhale, reach. Then exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach. This time on your exhale, turning the palms out and bringing the arms all the way behind you, creating your bind here. Whichever you did on the right side, it's fine to do here on the left. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale, hinging forward into your humble warrior. Breathe here, nice and strong, nice and steady. On your next exhale, release your bind, bringing the arms out and all the way back in front of you. Inhale to reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, pushing into the left foot and stepping back into Tadasana. Inhale to reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Let the neck drop out here. Inhale. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine, reaching the crown of the head to the front of the room. And exhale, deepen this fold. Taking a strong bend in the knees, arms out wide. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Give me a second here, my device turned off, and I just need to make sure that we are still rolling here. Okay. So we're going to inhale to reach. Exhale, hinging at the hips, swan dive, forward fold. Grounding your hands down on either side of your feet. We're going to inhale to step back into your plank or your kneeling plank, wherever we're at today. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the chest towards the mat, bringing your body all the way down, pointing the toes behind you, keeping the elbows tucked in. Inhale, lift into your cobra, micro back bend here. Exhale to lower. You're gonna flow with breath there. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. One more time for your cobra. Nice and strong, pushing that pelvic into the pelvic bone into the floor to help lift that chest. And exhale to lower. Tucking the toes, pushing into your mat on your next inhale, lift. As you exhale, send the hips all the way back, bringing you into your active child's pose. Take a cycle of breath here, creating those strong arms, having a firm grip. And whenever you're ready, inhale, pushing through the balls of the feet and lift the tailbone to the sky and pedal out the heels.
Again, allow the chest to sink towards the thighs and allow the neck to drop out, maybe shaking the hair out a bit. Letting go. Allow the heels. On your next inhale, we'll lift the right leg all the way high to the sky. As you exhale, bring that right leg down. Inhale, lifting the left. Then exhale to lower. Inhale, lifting the right leg. Exhale, bend the knee, and then bring the knee towards the nose to step forward into your runner's lunge. Or you might have to scoot your foot up to find your balance or your alignment here. So make sure you're strong here, that the knee is over the ankle or behind it, and you're pushing into the ball of the back foot here, keeping that leg strong and engaged. Whenever you're ready, we're going to inhale to lift. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bring the hands back to the mat and drop the back knee, pointing the toes behind you. Inhale, lifting into our low lunge. Exhale, hands to the heart. Gonna add some twists here. Inhale to reach. Exhale, twist to the right, outside the knee. Breathe here. Inhale to reach. Exhale to the right, to the left. Option to drop the right hand to the mat to ground here and open the left hand up to the sky. Inhale to reach. Exhale, bringing the left hand back to the mat. Inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhale, lowering down to your mat or to your forearms or a block or a book or whatever you might be using today as a prop. Or if it's most comfortable, you can stay up on the palms. Maybe roll into the outer edge of that foot to really open up the hip space a little bit deeper here. On your next inhale, bring your right hand to recenter the foot. Exhale, sending the hips back. Allow the right toes to peel off the mat and find a nice stretch here. On your next inhale, bringing you back into your low lunge. Exhale, pull the heel in towards your pelvic bone and resting down into your supported pigeon. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to walk the hands down to the mat and allow the forehead to drop. Take just a few cycles of breath here in our supported pigeon. If you want to stay active here, you can tuck the back toes, engaging that back leg, and maybe even use that ball of the foot to add a little bit more stretch into that hip. On your next inhale, bringing the hands back to the mat. If not already engaged, tuck the back toes and engage the back leg. On your next inhale, pushing into the mat and lifting back into your runner's lunge. As you exhale, step back into your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lead with the heart all the way down. Inhale, either into your cobra or bring the elbows below the shoulders this time, up into a sphinx. Breathe here. One more cycle of breath, really opening the chest, opening the throat. And on your next exhale, lowering the chest to the mat and bringing the hands right below the shoulders. Inhale, tucking the toes and pushing into the mat to lift into a tabletop. As you exhale, send the hips back into your active child's pose. And breathe here. On your next inhale, pushing through the toes and the balls of the feet, tailbone to the sky, downward facing dog, and pedal it out. On your next inhale, lift the left leg. As you exhale, bend the knee and pull the knee all the way in towards your nose. setting down for your left runner's lunge. Again, find your alignment here. Fortunately, I can't see you, so just make sure we're being safe. The knee is over the ankle, not forward, either in alignment or behind it, and pushing into the ball of the back feet. And whenever you're ready, inhale to lift. Woo. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat, lower the back knee, and point the toes behind you. If you want a deeper stretch here, you can always slide that knee back further. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale to reach. Exhale, twisting to the left outside the knee. Breathe here. On your next inhale, reach. And exhale to the right. Again, option to drop that left hand to ground and open the right hand to the sky, opening the chest. You can even bend that arm all the way behind, taking a bind here, really opening that shoulder. Inhale to reach. As you exhale, bring the right hand to the mat. Inhale, lengthening the spine, realigning our hips forward. As you exhale, walking down to the forearms again, or your blocks, or a book, or a pillow, a rolled up towel, or anything we can find around the house to support us in our practice. And on your next inhale, you can roll to the outer edge of that left foot, really opening up the hip a little bit deeper here. On your next inhale, bring the left hand recentering to the front foot. Exhale, sending the hips back. Again, having a nice stretch here to the back of the hamstrings. Inhale, shifting forward back into our low lunge. As you exhale, again, pull the heel in towards your pelvic bone and resting down for our supported pigeon on the right. Making sure we're aligned here, pulling that left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, walking our hands down to the mat and allowing the forehead to drop. And breathe here. As you exhale, really try to allow your body to release any tension so you can sink deeper into this asana. If you want to stay challenged, again, you can tuck the back toes, activating that back leg, and use that pressure to roll that left hip a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, bring the palms back to the mat, tucking the back toes, activating the back leg. As you inhale, push into the mat, lifting back into your left runner's lunge. Inhale, stepping back into your plank. Exhale, leading with the chest all the way down. Inhale, option to cobra, sphinx, or all the way up into your up dog today. So we come to wind down our vinyasa, tuck the toes, exhale and send the hips back and pedal out the heels. On your next inhale, bring the knees to the mat, bringing us back into our tabletop position. I'm going to start to warm down. Inhale, Chakrasana. Exhale, flow into your cat. A few more cycles here. Again, focusing on that Ujjayi breath. Lengthening the breath. And on your last exhale, come back to your tabletop position, neutral spine. We're going to shift our hips over to one side and bring our feet all the way in front of you. Dandasana, but we're not going to stay here. Inhale to tuck your knees into the chest. As you exhale, roll back onto your mat. Inhale, yogi hug here, and sway from side to side. Inhale, pulling the knees into the chest. As you exhale, allow the left leg to drop out. Bring the right arm out to the side and bring your gaze to the right. Inhale, tucking that right knee into your chest. And as you exhale, bringing it over the left hip. Breathe here. Keep both shoulders grounded on the mat. So if it starts to lift as you twist, you probably want to pull that knee back a little bit. You want to keep those shoulders grounded and flat. Again, option to find any kind of props to rest your foot on in this pose. The more you exhale and deepen into this twist, releasing any tension in that low back. On your next inhale, pull both knees back into the chest. Exhale, letting the right leg drop all the way out. Take our left hand out to the side and your gaze goes to the left. Inhale, hugging the knee into your chest. As you exhale, pull the left knee over the right hip. Breathe here. On your next inhale, hug the knees into the chest and sway from side to side. Inhale. One more time in our happy baby. We're going to push through the heels and grab the big toe with our first two fingers and our thumb. As you exhale, open the knees, opening the hips, and sway from side to side. On your next exhale, release your bind here and bring the soles of the feet to touch, heel to heel, toe to toe, and allow the ankles to drop down into the mat. Bringing the palms of the hand either to the hip creases or creating a mudra here, hand yoga. Make a triangle with the thumbs touching and the fingers pointing down towards your pelvic bone, resting just below the navel. Here in our beautiful lady region. Taking a few more restful breaths here in our reclined butterfly. Allow the shoulders to drop back and grounding into the mat. Tucking in the tailbone if you need to, or the pelvic bone lifted up, allowing that whole low back to be flat here in this pose. Maybe taking blocks to assist under the knees. You can stay here in your reclined butterfly, or you can extend the legs out and palms up to the sky in our corpse pose for your final Shavasana. I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the yoga nidras as we usually do. I'm obviously not offering aromatherapy, but if you want to prepare yourself for next time having some essential oils, incense, or anything, music, we discussed about music for yourself, feel free to do that as well. Go ahead and stay here lying in your corpse pose for as long as you like. And I'm going to bring you into your Shavasana by bringing your awareness to the toes and relieving any tension here. Relieving the ankle, relaxing the heels, and allowing them to sink deeper and heavy into your mat. Breathe here. Release any tension in the knees. Maybe taking a micro bend here, allowing them to drop open. As you exhale, relieving tension in the hips, feeling the hip girdle sink heavier and deeper into your mat. Bringing full relaxation to the low body. As you inhale, feel the back body, the back of the ribs, sinking heavy and deep into your mat. Really relaxing the fingers and the wrists and the elbows. Allowing again your palms to drop up towards the sky, maybe taking a micro bend here and relieving any tension in the arms. Relaxing the shoulders, maybe rolling them back a little bit or tucking them in. Relaxing the neck space, the jaw, the tongue, and the eyebrows. Bringing our bodies into a full relaxation. Bring your awareness back to your breath now, practicing that Ujjayi breath, deep inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. Giving yourself this time and space to just be present here and letting it all go. Exhale to release. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your breath. Inhaling peace and harmony. Exhaling restoration, release. Taking a moment here in your Shavasana to truly give yourself gratitude for coming to your mat today, for engaging in this new experience, for pushing yourself to come to the mat even at home, challenging yourself maybe a little bit further, knowing that no one's around, or maybe feeling a little bit freer, more organic in your vinyasa. Give yourself some true appreciation right now for getting that healing practice and that time to just release. Taking a few more breaths here in our final Shavasana. As we've been growing deeper and heavier into our mats, releasing and reviving from our practice today, I'm going to bring our awareness back to the body by focusing on the toes, wiggling the toes, and begin to roll the ankles. Maybe taking a bend in the knees and shifting the hips from side to side, bringing awareness to the full leg. As you inhale, now feeling the back body lift from the mat, the rib cage rises. And bring your focus to the fingers, wiggling the fingers and rolling the wrists. Taking a bend in the elbows and bring awareness back to the arms. Rolling the shoulders back or forward and turning the head from side to side. And on your next inhale, taking arms overhead for a full body stretch, fingers to toes. As you exhale, turn over to one side in our fetal position. Taking a few more breaths here, just enjoying this time. Enjoying this energy we've built. And whenever you're ready, pushing off that top arm and coming back to your easy seated position. Thank you so much for coming to your mat today. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to guide you through your practice at home. Thank you for joining me in my space here in my home. It's always an honor to be able to teach and provide the tools that we need, especially in these times that we really, really need to focus on healing and growing. So again, I honor the light within you. As in all things, we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.